Did you work Japan at this time in your tenure with WWE?
Yeah, I started going to Japan in 1975, and I probably went twice a year for Inoki. And when I got to New York, he had a relationship with New York, so I just kept going. And I don't remember if I was over there on that particular one, but I was over there on a lot of them.
But when you're sent with some kind of agreement between the New York office and the Japan office, who's handling your bookings, your travel? That's all done by the Japanese office?
That's all done by the Japanese, but they, as far as who's going to win this and that, you know, it's kind of like, depends on how important you are, but they usually we went over there and we did TV the first couple of days we were there, and we beat the hell out of Japanese, and then we go all over the country and they beat the hell out of us to get back to us. But they put us over strong on the television.
Your paydays were negotiated beforehand, before you went over, or were you paid based on the house?
No, they were contract, and you'd sign a contract, and then you would get paid in cash when you left the day before you left.
And it was good money. It was worth it to go.
Oh yeah, and it was always a nice stack of $100 bills, and you know, I hated Japan until later on. When I got older, I enjoyed it, but those first few years in the late 70s and 80s, before it became westernized and stuff, it was brutal over there. You know.
What was tough? The travel?
Well, it was before they had rollaway bags, you know, the wheels on them. You had to carry your bags, and you went all. They had no escalators in the train stations. You had to walk, and then walk down there, walk, get on a train, ride this train, and they weren't always the bullet trains, which are real nice. It was a rickety ones, and sometimes we rode buses, and I don't know how I survived that. I mean, we'd be up in the mountains, and you'd be on a highway that's no wider than this room, and this great big huge bus, and he would just be whipping through like a man. So, you know, it was some crazy. Sometimes we'd stay on a ferry for a couple days, go somewhere like Sapporo, northern Japan, and be on a ferry overnight, and then all the rest of the day, and get off and just start. I mean, you had to be really, really in good shape to even endure it. And plus, you get in the ring with those Japanese guys, and if you backed off, if you went, oh, that hurts a little bit, then they were like, ah, you know, they'd really go after you. But if you showed them you were tough, then they backed off, just like they did in the war. Same thing.
Well, I was going to say, did you go stiff initially just to show them that this is how, you know,
yeah,
I'm
well,
not someone to push
they saw me in Los Angeles before I ever got to WWF, and Inoki went through, and I was at the Olympic, and he saw I hit the guys over the chest and all that kind of stuff, and right away that was my ticket to Japan, because he likes that stiff work. You know, so.